thought there was a bit of hair on this book, and I realised it's just Shooty's jacket. It's just...
Give him a stroke. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel for another new video from myself and Miles, another new batch of collabs. A little news roundup to start us off once again, where we discuss everything that's been happening since our last collabs, back in like...
I think it's a month
June,
ago now.
May,
Yeah.
something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it was a June one.
We just had the news of like Bonnie Langford returning, hadn't we? And Planning Rush. So since then, I suppose, taking on the Series 14 theme, actually, the series is wrapped.
Yeah.
Which isn't like any kind of big headline in itself. It's just like, okay, yeah, that's happened now, that's done.
Did they have a wrap party as well?
They did, yeah. They held it in like, the museum they've used in Cardiff loads of times. Like the... like in Sarah Jane Adventures for Mona Lisa, like Planet the Dead, or Vincent and the Doctor, all that kind of stuff.
Did they use that for loads of rap parties? Because isn't that the place that they did the other one for the Jodie stuff?
The Power of the Doctor one, that was in... that one was in like the ballroom from Voyage of the Damned, which was also like the room where Owen fights the Weevils in Torchwood. What a bizarre Which is also mix. Where Missy was in the vaults, like the interior of the vault.
I mean, that's like, same space. It's like a dartboard of just spaces from Doctor Who history.
But yeah, because there were some photos that came out from that, like of Bonnie, whatever. She was like wearing a t-shirt, Bonnie Langford as Mel. You kind of thought to yourself, is there anyone else there that we don't know about? Maybe. I mean, because obviously the Jodie one, like, Janet Fielding was there, and Sophie Aldred, but they kept it quiet at the time. While those photos did exist, but they weren't published.
I imagine Janet Fielding was in her Power of the Doctor outfit, because I've seen her in nothing else since the episode went out. I think she lives in that outfit.
I think actually for the wrap party, didn't she dress as J&T or something? I've seen.
She did. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yes, So who knows?
So maybe for that one occasion she decided I'll leave my costume, but ever since,
the collection trailer as well. If you want to, but
of course,
like I don't know. Maybe there are other people there, but maybe not. It's hard to say like whether they're like keeping someone back, like Martha or whatever. Have we like got enough guest characters guest actors by this point who it's a bit of a you can't really tell. We did hear actually, didn't we, from Russell? Did you see there was like a he was talking about a scene in the finale. Now let me get this right, involving like an actor. In his column, it's like there's this set that's been built just for one scene. Oh,
and it's got a statue.
And it's like a statue's head or something.
Yes.
And it wasn't originally going to have a statue's head, and then he was like, "Oh, I think what that needs is like a statue's head."
It's fascinating actually, that bit, and how just one word from him being like, should we try that?
Massive, like,
and then they're like, right, okay, here we go.
I mean, what's that going to be? Is that going to be like, I kind of guess it could be two things. It could be someone from Doctor Who past, or it could just be like a famous actor full stop, or like a cameo from like a celebrity or something. Just like it kind of gives me like vibes of like a kind of Trinity Wells type thing, or like maybe like a chat show, like just a little. Well, obviously not a chat show, like a
traditional
desolate sort of wasteland or whatever. Like just like a little cutaway scene, maybe involving some famous.
Because it's a single scene set, right?
Like Ryan Gosling, he's a fan, or just someone like that. Maybe not, maybe not quite that, but it was someone that Russell wanted to meet. So,
how much? Obviously, maybe a sign of how much money is being thrown at this
they can
series.
They can just do that.
They can just it's
bonkers, isn't it?
It's very exciting,
and obviously how that fits into our other theories and other things we've been seeing as well from that final block is a mystery. Yeah.
Well, we know that it starts. Episode 7 at least starts in a coffee shop.
Oh yeah, and we saw them filming. Did you see that they were filming in a coffee shop down in Barry Island? And people thought that was like probably the same thing.
That scene
the TARDIS was there and Millie was there, and I think they shot inside and outside. And there was something to do with her mum, like her real mum or I don't know, like something like that.
Well, I think we're going to be hopping around a lot of locations for that finale.
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be a very Moffat-y kind of. Like Pandora opens, where that starts with about 7 different set pieces at once.
So then we got the confirmation of Shooty Gatwa's hat.
Yes. How? Yeah, which came out totally out of the blue, didn't it?
Yeah, because we've had the Barbie movie as well. So there's been this kind of push, hasn't there? We had the Barbie Tardis, the pink Tardis down by Tower Bridge, the Barbis, yeah.
Fantastic. Wasn't that absolutely insane?
Yeah.
And it was mentioned in a Radio 1 interview. Ali Plum said to Margot Robbie, he was like, and obviously we've had the TARDIS,
Yeah,
pink TARDIS. And she was like, we know about that. And it's like, Margot Robbie is aware of a pink TARDIS, like, stunt thing. That's just
and like seeing it in little like montages from stuff that was happening, all that stuff. Here's the TARDIS, great, it's fantastic to kind of be a part of that
joint kind of that collab, Doctor Who x Barbie. I mean, we've had it here, but
like another level,
have it sort of as such a public scale.
Because obviously, just in case anyone isn't aware, so Shooty's in the film, isn't he?
Have you seen the film yet?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm seeing it at the weekend.
He is fantastic. I mean, he's a very small part of it.
Yeah,
but every part of it. I mean, like Izzy turned to me at one point. She's like, "Your eyes are just drawn to him whenever he's on
like
screen."
Dancing and stuff.
His dancing is incredible. He is fantastic.
I look forward to this.
And there's just he's really great in it. Really fantastic to see him in such a fantastic film as is. But yes, So Shooty's the big thing right now.
Yes,
no
it's been nice to have
him.
that little push, hasn't it? Yeah, it's got time with the Doctor Who stuff as well, even though he's not there yet. But, we had Rolling Stone
I'm yet to read the interview, but the stuff I read was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I read it online when it came out, obviously with that photo of him in the hat, did a video about it. And then picked this up subsequently. It's a very nice piece. It'll set you back like £7. But it's like it's probably the most premium magazine I've ever owned. It's like a proper kind of like trendy mag.
Yeah. How many pages is it within that is Shooty? Is it about like 5 pages?
Well, it's 162 pages in total, and then like you get, I don't know, where's he gone?
Is he the main feature?
Oh, he is. Yeah. You get quite I mean, there's it's just like all the photos you've seen online, but like it's lovely like spreads of him and stuff. And
is the Doctor Who picture in there?
The Doctor Who picture isn't in there, no.
Oh,
unless I've missed it. It's just.
It is. I was thinking about this morning. It's annoying how well he photographs. Like, there's not a single picture I've seen of Shooty thinking like, oh, bit of an awkward shot.
Yeah.
Like every single picture of Shooty, it's like, yep. He looks like he's born to be in front of the camera. It's really irritating.
I mean that photo shoot was something else. It was
I mean, and just thinking about. I mean, I'm sure we'll come on to it in a bit, but the shot of him when we got those character posters and he's as the Doctor doing the hand thing. I've never seen someone look so cool while they're doing the hand thing for the Doctor Who thing. It's just. He's
the
brilliant.
character posters because we got that photo of him in the hats in the first costume, but with the hats, which is. From Christmas, we assume, and then
that just sets that costume off no end, doesn't it? It's amazing what a hat does to elevate.
It's fantastic. And then like you say, the character posters. So we strictly speaking, we got Donna first. Then
we did get Donna first,
then Millie, and then Shooty. I think that was the order. I mean, it didn't really matter. But like,
it was Donna and the Doctor, and then
Shooty, the two pairs, wasn't it? And like he was there, like you say, in the other costume. The leathery one and the
which I prefer shirt at the minute.
I think so.
Yeah, that's doing it for me.
Well, I think we discussed it, haven't we, in previous videos. It'll be interesting to see how that kind of handle that in terms because obviously that's not the permanent costume. We don't think. I suppose it could come back at some point maybe, but like
who knows?
It seems like it'll be just like a one-off thing, but it'll be interesting to see because, like you say, it looks very good.
I think it looks like they're in their Christmas outfits, aren't they? From what we've seen on film.
Oh, the two of them.
Because Millie's in the same outfit we've seen her when she was with the shopping bags or whatever it was. So
because it's like meant to be stuff from this year's episode, I think, isn't it? That was the idea, like the specials and then like the festive specials, like that little Doctor Who winter or whatever Russell called it. Very nice. And then obviously off the back of that we got the Sonic announced 5 years to the day that Jodie's was as well. So like. Did you see that? Like, it's exactly the same day. Yeah, because of like Comic-Con and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, we need to kind of like set our alarms for like 5 years from now. Basically.
Then we've got
even sooner potentially for Lucy if he gets another one, I suppose.
So did Jodie's Sonic come out at a San Diego Comic-Con as well then?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And you could pre-order it the next day, could you? Or...
Yeah. Because there's a thing that's in the press release that it's the first time we've ever done this where we had the toy available to order beforehand, and know that Jodie was the first.
But in that case, was it was announced at San Diego?
It was maybe like in the August you go and get it like from Forbidden Planet. It filtered out a little more slowly. I think you probably could get it at Comic-Con as well, like if you were there. But
okay.
For us, we had to wait maybe a little bit longer. Whereas, for this, we could literally pre-order it from Character Options.
And people at San Diego Comic-Con
within a week. Yeah.
Get it straight.
That was the first time I saw the packaging, I think. Elizabeth Miles on Twitter.
Yeah. I saw that picture.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's okay. So like it's there, it exists. It's like
it's there. Yeah,
we've been told we were getting like the press release and stuff, and then that photo was just there, and I was like, oh, okay, right, it's already happened.
What did you think of the announcement video? You know, as if it was like a new Nike Air Force shoe.
Interesting choice because like I didn't dislike it. It was nice for what it was, although immediately I kind of thought to myself I would have appreciated like a little bit more like. Actually, like lights and stuff to be able to see the design, and obviously we got the photo. Subsequently, we got the toy. It was a nice concept, but like I do wonder, like all those like shots and like abstract shots, like are we ever going to see that stuff again? Like all the stuff inside it. Yeah, I mean, maybe it could play a part. Who knows? It's nice to have there, like in the visual dictionary back in the day, like how we had like David Tennant's TARDIS and like all the stuff underneath it or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just nice
cross
to have
sections
that kind of suggestion of what it looks like on the.
You'll never see the inside of a Dalek, but it's always fascinating to see a cross section. Yeah. So
it was nice.
Who knows? It was a very interesting way of doing it. It kind of made it. It was kind of typical of what this era is kind of being like, look how exciting this is. Let's make a big thing of it, no matter what.
Yeah, because like this is the first time like a Sonic has been kind of unveiled in that way. With the video.
Think of how Matt Smith's was announced on the Jonathan Ross show. He's just like,
was that the first time we saw it? Yeah.
He literally just takes out his phone. He's like, this is the new Sonic, by the way.
Yeah. It's fascinating. I thought we probably would get like a video or something. I thought maybe they'd film something with Tennant, maybe. Like that would have been nice, but I suppose I guess what they went with worked well enough, and then we got the photo, got the toy like we say, so we can now hold it in our hands and we can do the thing and all this lovely stuff. And
what do you think?
So
this is the thoughts of a man who's been thinking about this for a long time.
I mean,
you've been waiting to get this
out.
When
I first saw the Sonic in the photo and it was like that, like in the closed. Oh, no, it was in the open position. I kind of thought, like, what are these bits doing? Like sticking out and stuff, and it wasn't the most flattering angle. I don't think that first image. Then saw the images of the toy. I was like, oh yeah, that's nice. And the chrome stuff on this is very nice as well, and like I was immediately sold on that. Then I got it in hand and like. I don't know, actually, it feels a little bit heavy in my hand now, but I think when I first got it, I kind of thought, it feels a little bit kind of like cheap, maybe. Like the toy was like disappointed.
Yeah.
Like,
that's more to do with manufacturing.
I guess so, isn't it? As opposed to the design.
Yeah. Because if you want a proper replica, you can pay $1,500.
Yeah, to have a nice
heavy metal one,
Sonic.
which probably didn't even have any sounds. So
yeah. I mean, certainly on this as a toy, it's we were saying, weren't we? Like it's got the most kind of features of any Sonic. Like you've got all the different sound effects. You've got. I mean, should we?
Give me the red setting. The red setting's the best one, although it will deafen you.
Is it the first one? How many seconds do I want to hold it down for?
As many as you like. I think for the red one, it's you just hold it for 6 at least, and then basically it's usually the one that you accidentally do because if you. There you go. That's your red one.
There's the red stuffing.
But
fantastic.
I mean, it pierces my dog. Bless her. As soon as I was trying it out and I was having to play with it, and I did the red one, and she just jumped around out the room because it was just so loud.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's. And also the clicky thing at the bottom, I did quite enjoy.
Like the little
brought us back to the laser screwdriver.
The button on the slider as well.
Yeah,
as it was for the Tennant prop, wasn't it? But not the toy.
I was explaining that to my dad, and he just couldn't get his head around that. I was like, so basically now you can press it as you slide it. And he's like, what? And he's like, so you used to only have to do it one or the other. And he was like, I don't understand what you're talking about.
No, it's interesting. I'll let you take the floor in a moment, I suppose. But like, I've sort of still got slightly mixed feeling. I think like in terms of design stuff. It's a little bit like, I think in the closed position they get away with it a little bit more, but I just feel like when it's kind of open like that, it just kind of like that kind of the sticky outness of the prongs and stuff. And
I heard Billy Garrett John said it was a bit like the Dalek gun. You know the old Dalek guns. They kind of go like that.
Oh,
with prongs.
Right, yeah. I mean, the one image I can't get out of my head, like a bottle opener or something, just like.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is a bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know when you pull them. Yeah.
Yeah, literally, when I was on holiday at the time, there was one of those bottle openers, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I've got got the new Sonic now. Here we go. Don't need to buy the replica.
Well, lest we forget, that's what I mean. I don't know if it was a rumor, but I think that's what they used to make the sound of. When the Doctor's handling it. Yeah, they used a bottle opener.
Oh, okay.
They used a bottle opener for the Tennant screwdriver, and then for the Matt Smith one, it was I think a pair of garden shears. So not obviously the button pressing and the sonic stuff, but the sort of whenever they're handling it and you hear that sort of clicky metal sound, which is so satisfying.
Yeah, of course.
It's a bottle opener for Tennant, and it's a garden shears for Smith. I don't know what Jodie's was or Capaldi's, but so there you go.
I mean, I will say, like, as a toy, it works very well, and like it's nice to kind of have like something that moves on it again, like kind of spring out action stuff. I'm gonna let you. What are your thoughts on this?
I have to admit, when I saw it at first, especially those dark images, I was like, ooh. I can't quite see it. I was very excited about the prospect of a new Sonic, and I will say as well, I don't like it when it's extended as much as I do like it when it's a bit more. Yeah,
it's more elegant, isn't it?
It's more elegant. Yeah. I think it could be a bit smaller. I don't know whether the prop is smaller or whether that's just a toy thing.
Oh, it's like the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Tennant toy is like slightly bigger than the real prop, and maybe the Smith one I think is slightly bigger as well.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So I think if it was maybe a tad smaller, I think I'd like the sleekness of it a bit more, because it is a bit clunky in some respects.
It just feels like a little bit imbalanced, I think, to me. Like with maybe top heavy, or at the bottom's a bit kind of too squat, maybe. I don't know.
And one thing I do think is that colour-wise, I think it could be a bit more consistent.
Right, yeah, like fewer
kind of. Yeah, I think the gold maybe could have just all been silver, and I mean, if we had to have this cracked section, then maybe could that have been a slightly more white shade, just to solidify it a bit more. But the more and more I look at it, and the more and more when I have it in hand, I'm like, I really do like this, and certainly it's over Jodie's for me. I never really got on board with that design personally. And I think it's probably over Capaldi's as well.
Okay. Interesting.
Smiths and Tennants take a lot to beat, but obviously the main thing is that this is very much an amalgamation, really, which is why I don't think that this will be Shooty's, because it.
Well, this is the thing. It's like it kind of occupies its own space almost, doesn't it?
Yeah, really? It's an anniversary.
It's got
Sonic,
all these different elements, ostensibly of the different Sonics. Like, I mean, very obvious references, like with the leather, that's clearly Smith.
Yeah,
or like,
I mean, the instant thing was that crack.
Yeah, like echoing the previous 10th Doctor one. And whether that, of course, will come into play at all, or like these different coloured settings, or any of these things in the actual episode, in terms of it being handled by the Doctors, or the red setting, whether that'll kind of pay off. Something to do with a song, who knows? Probably not, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, who knows if he'll. I'm going to use the yellow setting on this. I don't think it will ever be touched, but yes. Yeah. So in short, I think I probably do like it a bit more than you do, from what I'm hearing. I think that it's interesting. I think when there's room for improvement, but it's the best one.
Videos we were discussing, like the leaked photos of it, and I think at that point I was the opposite way around.
I didn't like it when I was seeing these sort of concept designs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because loads of people. That's right. They've done all their own versions of it, haven't they? Like,
it's interesting
what completely ceramic handles, and all these different things.
I wanted to go back and look at what people guessed almost from those pictures and see how close they got, because I think people did get surprisingly close with it. So I think you're right. We kind of done a bit of a 180. I'm a fan, I think. I think I'll be more, weirdly, right, I'll be more of a fan if Shooty has his own, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think that this does suit the kind of, the amalgamation nature of it is like, for an anniversary Sonic, that works. For a one going forward, it's a bit weird. It's almost like, oh, well, that worked well on that one, that worked well, so let's put them together. So I think if it is for these three specials, perfect. If not, you know. But I was saying how hilarious it was that literally not 2 weeks or so before we put out that video debating on whether we should have a Sonic screwdriver anymore.
Yeah.
And there's me going, oh my god, this new Sonic looks amazing. So it's like, you know, take it or leave it at this point. I think the way it's used is going to be interesting, but the look of it, I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, certainly we'll see it in action. That'll be the kind of the deciding thing.
That's the deciding factor.
I guess the only other things to kind of touch on then, like season 20.
Season 20,
collection. Yes. Nis is back. Well, sort of. The trailer they had with Janet Fielding as well. It was nice. And
long time coming, isn't it?
Long time coming, yeah. BFI coming up in September. We're hoping to get to
5 Doctors.
5 Doctors.
Yeah. 40th anniversary edition. Which is exciting.
The new one.
With a new obelisk.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Which looks interesting.
And the moon base as well. Doctor Who's Appreciation Society event at Riverside. We're going to that as well.
Is it a Doctor Who Appreciation? I didn't realise that.
At Riverside Studios. Just literally like about a week or so. So say hi to us if you're there, I guess.
Yes.
That should be nice. Otherwise, that's I think just about does it.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything
for the news so far. I mean, who knows what will happen between now and the next one, you know. In fact, apparently this month is like TARDIS month. You know how last month was like Sonic Screwdriver month on the socials? Does that mean we're going to get the TARDIS this month?
Interesting. Yeah.
See, I'm less sure because last time there was Comic-Con to tie it into, wasn't there?
I think they'll preserve the surprise.
Yeah.
Watch me be wrong about that, but I think that they'll preserve the
till
surprise.
The episode, do you think?
I don't know.
You know, with Jodie's, there was that. I think every single other one has been revealed in advance, right?
Jodie's got leaked, didn't it?
Jodie's got leaked, yeah. Like I remember, like the week before the Ghost Monument, I literally like walked into Waterstones, and like got that the Type 40 TARDIS manual.
Yes, yeah.
And like it was just there on the shelf, and it was there for all to see. Like turn to the page. Oh, here's the TARDIS. It's not been revealed yet. Oh, but then of course before that there were like the leaked photos of it like without
the lights on, which made it look.
So there's. And even with this one, we've kind of got a vague idea of what it might look like.
So maybe they might just cut the losses and go, well, look, here it is in a really nice glory.
I mean, certainly if they did like another kind of, like with the Sonic, like another kind of lovely video showing off, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, I think?
The new Tesla.
I can sort of picture that now, actually. I hadn't really thought of that, but that'd be a nice way to kind of
Shooty probably being in it like he's a part of a brand new car commercial, sort of like... surreptitiously rubbing his hands on the console, like, this is the brand new TARDIS.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, so I
fingers crossed.
Who knows? I mean, I wouldn't mind either way. Keep it as a surprise. Show it to us. Whatever. Sure. Either way.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm really happy with what we're getting. Like the way that we're just getting random little drops of like. There's a new Tennant promo picture released when they did that TARDIS thing.
Yeah.
So it's so exciting. And things are kind of ramping up now. We're 3 months away? August, September, October, November.
Yeah, I guess we are, aren't we? Yeah, it's ramping up. Yeah, the best is yet to come. So
who knows?
Fantastic.
All very exciting stuff.
Yeah. So that's the news. Let us know your thoughts on the news down in the comments below. Any of the things we discussed. Otherwise, we'll be back for some more videos very soon. Including a season 20 related one to tie into that box set, and the long-awaited next instalment of our poll video. Big bumper edition for that. Yeah. 2 videos in one. Stay tuned. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and let's Sonic ourselves out. Bye for now.
Amazing. It deafens you, that.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.